Aw. Why are you acting like this? All I said was you're weird for watching YouTube poop. You're a fucking nut job. Thanks for reminding me why I never want to talk to you ever again. I'm gonna keep blocking your account. Block button is free 99, believe it or not. Why are you acting like this? All I said was you're weird for watching YouTube. You're a fucking nut job. Thanks for reminding me why I never want to talk to you ever again. I'm gonna keep blocking your account. Block button is free 99, believe it or not. It's again. I laughed at him and said that the block button is free 99. Why are you acting like this? All I said was you're weird for watching YouTube poop. You're a fucking nut job. Thanks for reminding me why I never want to talk to you ever again. I'm gonna keep blocking your account. Block button is free 99, believe it or not. My kitty just laid a big stinker in this tiny house. He keeps digging around until I pull a candle out. He likes the candles, I guess. My doctor was giving me a hard time to get diagnosed with gluten-free. My sister did it, but she had to eat gluten and take a blood test, which kept coming back inconclusive. This crazy dude keeps harassing me. Harassing. I will get blisters in my mouth. And I will shit blood. If I eat a meal with actual gluten in it, I might actually have so much inflammation that I don't even pass it. He freaked out on me because I said he was... Okay, so he was on my friends list, and he listened to me when I told him about this crazy dude that I was living with and that brought me out here to New Brunswick, and I added him because he's a local furry here. I've never met him. He doesn't have a car or anything. He lives in St. John. He's like on disability or living in community housing or something. Lives with his parents or something. He doesn't take care of himself. It's crazy. Anyways, my point is, he kept sending me YouTube poop, and I didn't want to watch it, and then it was kept being like really weird and just really crazy, and I was like, it was just YouTube poop, man. It wasn't even watchable. Like, dude's a total nut job, honestly. And then I don't know. One day, somebody was like, oh, this guy's like harassing me and my boyfriend in DMs, and I said, oh, I have that guy on my list. He's a local furry here, and he's weird for watching YouTube poop. That's all I said. And then he started doing this to me. He's trying to justify the way he's acting because he said he hoped Minty's boyfriend said, I hope your uncle died or something. Something like that. Just good your uncle dead or whatever like that. Something rude, okay? Something fucking rude. I'm not involved. Minty's not involved. Minty deer is different than Winty fresh, okay? They're different people. Minty's red, Winty's blue. Okay, honestly, I know what's going on. Can you hear me? I'm chill as fuck. It's the 3rd of the month and he's on crack. That's what it is. We got paid. I was broke as fuck and I bought groceries. I didn't buy no crack, sorry. Bought a little bit of weed though. Yeah, that guy's on fucking drugs. And like he said, everybody out here's on. Except for me, I guess. I'm from Ontario. I was like, whoa, slow down. You guys, how do you guys even have the budget for that? You guys are so lucky you even have government assistance. Like, Ontario, I got $640. Out here, I get $900. $900. And my friend only charged me $340 a month for rent. Bro, that's $500 extra. Of course that guy's on fucking crack. I have a cat with a bullet in his ass that we had to get removed, so I don't have enough money for crack, I guess. Just kidding. I don't do crack. Oh, how do I hit send? There's no send button. Okay, cool. Release to send. Yeah, well, I did that. Yeah, I figured out what it is. He got paid like 2 days ago, and out here in New Brunswick, you get an extra like $500 with your government assistance. Just wait at the first of the month. Of course, this guy's smoking crack or meth or something. This guy's fucking tweaking right now. Yeah, I figured out what it is. He got paid like 2 days ago, and out here in New Brunswick, you get an extra like $500 with your government assistance. Just wait at the first of the month. Of course, this guy's smoking crack or meth or something. This guy's fucking tweaking right now. Yeah, I figured out what it is. He got paid like 2 days ago, and out here in New Brunswick, you get an extra like $500 with your government assistance. Just wait at the first of the month. Of course, this guy's smoking crack or meth or something. This guy's fucking tweaking right now. sending me YouTube poop, but I didn't want to watch it, and then it just kept being like really weird, just really crazy, and I was like, it was just YouTube poop, man. It wasn't even watchable. Like, dude's a total nut job. And then I don't know. I decided one day, somebody was like, "Oh, this guy's like harassing me and my boyfriend in DMs," and I said, "Oh, I have that guy on my list. He's a local furry here, and he's weird for watching YouTube." That's all I said. And then he started doing this to me. He's trying to justify the way he's. Anyway. Life's crazy. Am I streaming Pal World today? Literally all I said was he's weird for watching YouTube poop. Literally all I said. And he shows that he has an upload of my video for a year. He saved my argument with my ex on live and edited it so it looked like the video was non-stop.
Louise soon became pregnant with their second child, but she decided to leave Chris and flew back to her hometown, Rugby, in August 2016. After coming back to Rugby, she set her sights on the father of her children, Chris. To torture him mentally, she even went to an extent of claiming that her second-born daughter, Scarlett, was not his. Louise gave Scarlett a different surname, Vaughn, instead of Draper, to prove that she was not Chris's daughter. While she was doing all of this, Chris was not even allowed to meet his daughters. This left him traumatized, and Louise continued to live her lavish life in Rugby. On one hand, she tried to torture her ex-boyfriend emotionally and get him banned from seeing his own children. And on the other hand, she didn't seem to be taking proper care of her daughters at all. Louise described herself as a model to her male suitors and wrote in her bio of Badoo app's profile how she was open for any type of photo shoots or trade. After moving out from Chris's place in August 2016, Louise had started to live in a rented property in Willenhall near Walsall. She rented it from Leanne Bradley, an old-time friend of her mother. Leanne claimed that Louise would often leave her daughters with her while she went out. Sometimes this would occur 4 times a week, and each instance would generally be for the entire day. She stated that Louise would do anything to avoid taking care of both girls, and someone else was always looking after her daughters instead of Louise herself. While she continued to go out with men and live her life on her own terms, she would sometimes lose her temper on her daughters. Whenever her children would cry, Louise would tell them to just shut up, or else she would give them a good reason to cry for. Once Lexi was having a temper tantrum on the floor, and Leanne saw Louise pick her up by the wrist and yell at her to get the off the floor. In another instant, Scarlett was crawling, and Louise grabbed her by the ankle and forcefully dragged her back to some distance from the door. Despite all these things, Leanne claimed that the children looked healthy and she never had any concerns, as she never saw any bruises or marks on them. In early November 2017, Louise and Leanne had an argument that led to Louise leaving Leanne's property. After this, Louise was provided with temporary housing at Beechwood in Rugby, Warwickshire, which was close to her sister Karen's home. As they both started living nearby, Louise and Karen became closer, and Karen started to see the family almost every day. By this time, Louise had started to go out with different men and would receive luxurious gifts from them. She'd often exchange her explicit pictures in return for money. Knowing this, Karen grew concerned about Louise's children and would often remind her to look after them. Chats between Louise and Karen revealed an incident where Louise had once gone into a van to sleep with a man while her daughters were asleep. After knowing this, Karen brought the matter up with Louise, who acknowledged her mistake and promised her that it was the first and last time she'd done this. Louise's messages and chats also revealed that she'd brought a man to her bedroom and engaged in physical relationship with him whilst her children were in the same room. Louise told him that they could do their deed as long as they were quiet. On another night, a different man had asked her about her children while she was coming to meet him, to which Louise replied that she could just lock the front door and her daughters would be asleep until 7 a.m. anyways. When Karen confronted her about all of this, Louise shrugged off everything and jokingly said that she could start giving her children sleeping tablets. On the day of baby Scarlett's death, Louise visited her sister's place, and Karen noticed some unusual things in Scarlett's behavior. Her sister revealed that Scarlett was not a child who would sleep during the day, but that day she'd fallen asleep twice, which seemed quite odd to her. On that very night, Louise checked into a hotel at Rugby with Scarlett, as she claimed that she was being haunted by Lexi's memories at her home. This is the last footage of Scarlett from February 1st, 2018, where she could be seen in her mother's arms. By 10 p.m., Louise had carried Lexi out of the hotel and put her into a car and drove to a gas station. Louise drove around and filled in the gas, all while baby Scarlett laid motionless in the car. It's speculated that while she was driving around and refueling her car, little Scarlett was lying lifeless or in the final moments of her life. While Louise was driving around to take Scarlett to the hospital, Louise's phone record of around the same time revealed that during this time, she was asking for money from a man named Patrick. She then parked her car in a retail park's parking lot and waited for some time before calling 111, which is meant for non-life-threatening emergencies. She told the respondent that she was headed to the hospital as her daughter wasn't conscious and was not breathing. A mother calling non-emergency and claiming that her daughter was not conscious and breathing raised flags for the paramedics. Acting upon the urgency of the situation, paramedics reached Louise's location within 9 minutes, only to face their worst nightmare. Little Scarlett was not breathing, and her body was stiff and cold. They immediately rushed her to the hospital, where she was declared dead. It was also determined that she'd been dead for some time. Upon analyzing Louise's movements in the CCTV, it was later discovered that she'd deliberately taken a longer route to the hospital, and then, instead of going there, she stopped in a parking lot and called the non-emergency number. As baby Scarlett's postmortem was done, and her elder sister Lexi's autopsy report came, it was revealed that both of them did not have a natural death. These little souls died because someone had intentionally blocked their airway, and they also had internal injuries. Lexi had thumbprints on her nose, while Scarlett had evidence of recent internal bleeding in her neck tissues. All of these things seemed fishy to the authorities, following the phone call made by Louise for Scarlett to the non-emergency number. She stated that her daughter was not breathing and unconscious. This seemed doubtful to the investigators as to why anyone would call the non-emergency number for a baby who wasn't breathing, especially the mother. This prompted the officers to launch an official investigation immediately after baby Scarlett was found dead on February 2nd, 2018. However, her sister had also met the same fate 2 weeks earlier on January 15th, 2018, and on both occasions, their mother had made calls to emergency or non-emergency numbers. It was revealed that when Louise made the emergency call on January 15th, 2018, and paramedics declared Lexi dead, it was not the very first time she'd called the emergency numbers for her elder daughter. It was already chilling, but the revelations that followed were even more disturbing. Prior to this, she'd called the non-emergency number 111 on January 2nd, 2018, and claimed that Lexi was having breathing difficulties because of seizures. However, as soon as the ambulances left for her apartment, she canceled the ambulance.
It also looks like he edited it, right? I'm not even sure if he put it out of order or something. Probably not. It was live when I posted it. And I don't really care. Even when I watch the video, I'm like, oh my god, I'm so glad I'm not there anymore. And I don't have to scream every day. Or have constant arguments with this guy. No wonder why I left everything in Ontario, right? It was like that every day. He wouldn't stop. I couldn't even do dishes with him without him arguing about how I'm getting in his way. When I'm drawing the forks and I need in the drawer. Okay, comedy guy. Okay, comedy guy.
Sorry, my name's Becky.
Yes,
I have a proposal for you.
go ahead.
Are you the demolition man?
Yes,
You're the top boss, yeah?
go ahead. What's the crack?
I want you to help me destroy my school.
You want it blown up?
Can you blow it up or knock it down?
Whatever you want done.
I'll blow it up, that would be better. Can you make sure that all my teachers are in there when you knock it down?
I don't know if I get away with that now.
I will, nobody likes them. Give me extra homework on a Friday and everything.
Where are you calling from?
From Dublin,
What school in Dublin?
the one that's about to fall down. And how much would it cost to knock it to the ground?
Depends how big it is.
Give me a ballpark finger. Is this a demolition company or a joke factory?
It's a joke factory at the minute, hey.
Listen, are you gonna come and knock my school down or what?
But Shirley, can you fax me through a photograph or a site plan or something?
Right, I'll fax you through a plan of the school and my teachers' names.
Yeah, no problem, yeah.
And you just make sure that they're all in the building when you knock it down.
You put all the names on it. I'll give you a pay speech as a visual teacher.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
When the school falls down, will it make a crash or a wallop?
So to say hey in Belfast will make a big bang.
Sounds good. Oh, listen, I'll talk to you later, top man.
Sound.
He had no interest in ending arguments, only continuing them. He did the dishes. LMAO. But I bought a new Xbox. New computer desks, new shelves, new TV. I left it all behind. When we watch a TV show together, he will just watch the show when I'm playing a video game and I will be behind. I don't know what happened. Or when we're playing video games together even, he goes off on his own and doesn't wait for me or tell me what's going on. I can't even cooperate on a game. Just constantly causing being irritating and irritable. And when it gets really bad, apparently, he sees things or hears voices. But he won't take meds. After I left, he finally got counseling and taking meds. Wow. He wouldn't do it while I lived with him. Oof. I don't think I've had a relationship since November. sometimes I get a lot of hate for just posting pictures of myself. It's really polarized. It's either sexual harassment, where they expect me to like flirty comments when I post pictures, or sometimes I'll even get gay furries upset that I am posting stuff that's too slutty for them or inappropriate, not in their taste, even though a lot of the time I post other stuff. It's rare that I post pictures of myself or in my costume. More chocolate. Lots of chocolate. How about chocolate and blueberries? Chocolate. Blueberries. Do you want some of this? Oh! He shook it off. I wanted it on his face. And I close the door.
By royal decree, hear ye, we have trodden many kilometers to request Lady Nikki's presence at Wood River High School prom. By royal By royal decree, hear ye.
It's more like a voice filter, so somebody's actually talking. It's just editing it to sound like a kid. was doing something. There we are. That's what I was doing. I was editing my lease. Okay, let me see. Hello! Hi there. I was just, editing some photos. I'm just chilling. How are you? I can't believe the day's just started. I could go back to having a nap. I was thinking about laying down. What, Gummy? What, Gummy? I understand why you're spamming me at the beginning of the month now. You're tweaking. This guy has harassed me on multiple accounts on multiple platforms now. Just because I said he was weird for watching YouTube poop.
Tu as 2 minutes à tuer quand tu es aux toilettes. Je te recommande vivement le jeu Lasse-toi. Et bam, on chope une arme et c'est parti. L'objectif,
Get off
récupérer
my
les bonus.
screen! Get off my screen! Get off my screen! just to clarify, you're acting like this because I called you weird for watching YouTube poop. Don't you think you're going a little crazy? You're more than just weird now. Well, you're acting pretty crazy. And I can see why. Well, I've been friends with Minty longer than I've been friends with you. You're weird. The dude has literally harassed me on multiple platforms for a week now. Man, this guy's going tweaky on my DMs.
second chances here. A powerful weapon we have in you.
Gentle, Arbiter, gentle.
Go ahead on foot. We cannot risk your capture by the flood. We have to hurry. There is little time. I consider steering to be a challenge. You dare challenge me?
You want a piece of little old me? Come on.
I have your rear. Come. The landing zone is this way.
I wish I was back at the nickel.
Want to know why politics is fucking personal? You want to know why you do not support me if you voted for Donald Trump? I'll tell you why. Today, and this is how, by the way, when people ask, oh, is the administration actually going to impact your life? The answer is yes. Today, I go to pick up my PrEP. This is a medicine I take every day to help prevent me from contracting or spreading the disease of HIV. My pharmacist pulls me aside and says, hey, I'm going to write you out the dosages you should take in case this information goes away. I looked at him and I said, what do you mean? He said, yeah, Trump's administration's working hard to remove all of this information from the CDC website. You're telling me, in all the chaos that is going on in the world, this administration is now focused on removing materials that can help educate a disease that has killed 42.3 million people. 42.3 million people have died from AIDS. And you know who's impacted the most? Men who hook up with men and racial minorities. And also people who live in the South, which is just funny considering where those states tend to vote. This is not an issue. In fact, George Bush was a huge advocate for getting information on HIV put onto the CDC website. This is something that Trump's administration has been doing in particular. If you voted for this man, you do not care about LGBTQIA. You do not care about, honestly, human rights or humanity in general. Why are we trying to remove information about the spread of one of the most volatile diseases that has ever graced?
It's crazy.
In 2025, I'm having a pharmacist look me in the eye and say, you might want to get back stock of this. It might not be available for that much longer. Now we are taking away resources that can help continue the amazing strides that we have made to stop this disease from spreading. And it doesn't just impact the gays, bitches, it impacts everybody. So if you have a gay friend, a gay person in your family, and you voted for Trump, just know you're voting against them. And the fact that I even have to say that as if, oh, you need to know someone gay to give a fuck about someone's human rights just shows the fucking shit show we are in this country. Disaster.
Insane. saved a video of me arguing with my ex. What? We gotta leave it on there. That's for the fleas. I'm gonna go lay down. Honestly. Thanks for dropping by, but I can't even stay awake. I'm eating sugar.